we put it down? Is this good? Okay, hang on a second. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our City Council meeting. We have a very special proclamation today, and we have a spokesperson here that's going to represent the Asian American and Pacific Islanders, and this is their Heritage Month. But step up, introduce yourself, and kind of talk about what this is all about and the importance of it.
Okay. Hello, my name is Angelina. I'm also with the City Council Youth Advisory Board. May is Asian American and Pacific Islanders Month, and this month is to celebrate the heritage and culture and the importance of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders within the United States. This month is, well, I'm at my school, we're all surrounded by Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. So for this month, we have put up decorations. We have, done fundraising to support the Asian community within Iowa, and we've done all of these celebrations and announcements about this important month because I think especially after the year of COVID and the rise of anti-Asian hate crimes, a lot of Asian Americans and their surrounding allies have come together and to raise and talk about the importance of Asian Americans and that we belong. We have a history here, and our culture is beautiful. And that's something to celebrate. Thank you.
Very good job. I want to commend her because this is why we have a youth advisory board. We've got young people that are out there really doing stuff. So thank you for serving and thank you for your statement today. So our proclamation reads as follows. The month of May is recognized nationally as Asian American and Pacific Islanders AAPI Heritage Month. And whereas Des Moines is home to nearly 17% of all AAPI community members living in Iowa, and over 6% of our Des Moines population residents are AAPI community members. And whereas we honor the history and individual contributions of the AAPI communities in Des Moines, and whereas May 15th, or 18th, is the birthday of Vincent Chin, who was murdered in a hate crime in 1982, fueling a national AAPI activist movement, which continues to this day. And whereas hateful incidents and bullying have worsened recently during the COVID-19 pandemic, and these issues are often compounded by cultural, religious, and linguistic barriers. And whereas, in addition to observing the entire month of May, we also join Act to Change in sharing one vision, a world where all youth, including within the AAPI community, have the opportunity to grow up feeling proud and supported in the development of their identities and sharing their stories. Now, therefore, I, the mayor of the city of Des Moines, on behalf of our city council and the residents of Des Moines, do hereby proclaim May 2023 is AAPI Heritage Month, and I encourage all of our residents in this city to recognize May 18th, 2023 as AAPI Day Against Bullying and Hate. Furthermore, I encourage all residents and visitors to celebrate our diverse heritage and culture and continue our efforts to create a world that is more just, compassionate, and equitable for all. And thank you for serving. You bet. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Moines City Council meeting for May 8th. We'll call the meeting to order, and I'll ask the clerk to please take roll.
County.
Here.
Boson.
Here.
Mandelbaum. Here. Gatto. Here. Voss.
Here.
Westergaard.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right. Item 2 is approving the agenda as presented and or as amended. I will quickly go over a couple of items. Item 4G was withdrawn. The inspections are incomplete. 23 was withdrawn by the Development Services Department. 28 is corrected, authorizing the city manager to negotiate and execute. 29 is corrected, update the grant amount and grant match percentage. And 46 was withdrawn by the applicant.
Move approval.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposition? Hearing none, we'll move forward. Item 3 is approving the consent agenda. Tonight, these are items 3 through 36. These items are routine items and will be enacted by one roll call vote without separate discussion unless pursuant to council rules, a council member requests an item to be removed to be considered separately, and this evening there are none.
Move approval.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote.
Westergaard is yes.
All right.
6 yes.
That takes us, I believe, to item 37. Let's note that it is 4:01 or 5:01, and we'll move into the hearings right now. Before we do it, just a few details. The hearings this evening, we have 2 vacation hearings and 2 conveyance hearings and 1 zoning hearing, which is item 41, and 4 public improvement hearings. The informal hearing that was previously scheduled for this evening has been withdrawn by the applicant, as I earlier noted. So for the hearings this evening, we will have those vacations. As a reminder, for that zoning item, which is item 41, we will hear from the parties in interest first and then from the general public. And the parties in interest are those who is either the applicant or somebody that lives within 250 feet and has received notice from the city. And to aid all of us, we're going to take those parties first, and then we'll allow general public to make a comment if they so desire. But we ask that you not step to the microphone at first unless you're either the applicant or a party in interest. If anyone approaches that is not one of those parties at the outset of asking for those individuals, we will consider you disruptive and you will not be allowed to speak not only in that item but for the remainder of the evening. For the zoning items, or that's how we're going to handle the zoning items. For the other hearings this evening, any interested person may make germane comments at not to exceed 1 minute per person to a maximum of 5 minutes per hearing unless the hearing is ended sooner, either by failure to make a germane comment or no comments or public is standing to make a comment. Again, if as a reminder on the public improvement hearings, only comments as to the plans, the specifications, the form of the documents, and the engineer's estimate and the low bidder designation are germane to those items. So having said that, let's quickly move to item 37. Item 37 is on the vacation of an alley right-of-way in the vicinity of 1601 High Street in a conveyance of a permanent easement for building encroachment, a door swing by Hoyt LLC, $2,045. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above, and B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by Ryan Wade, who's the manager, requires 6 votes. We'll open it up right now and ask if there are any germane comments for the general public regarding this vacation of an alley right away? Seeing none?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 37, 37A, and 37B.
I'll second.
All right, been moved and seconded. Ask everyone to vote. Linda?
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
All right. Item 38. Item 38 is on the vacation of a portion of Ingersoll Avenue right-of-way adjoining 1910 Ingersoll Avenue and a conveyance of a permanent easement for building encroachment to Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines for $600. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above. B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by Carla Jones, who's the Community Foundation of Greater Des Moines, and requires 6 votes. Again, we'll open it up. Are there any germane comments from the general public regarding this vacation of a portion of Ingersoll right-of-way?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 38, 38A, and 38B.
Been moved, seconded. Ask
Wester-
everyone to vote.
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
Item 39. Item 39 is on a conveyance of a permanent easement for a water main right-of-way in a portion of a vacated southeast 2nd Street right-of-way adjoining 303 Scott Avenue to the City of Des Moines, Iowa, for the use and benefit of the Board of the Waterworks Trustees. Again, we'll open it up. Are there any germane comments from the public?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 39.
Second.
All right, item 39 has been moved and seconded. Linda?
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
Item 40. Item 40 is on a conveyance of a permanent underground electric line easement and a temporary electric line easement in portions of Birdland Park to Mid-American Energy Company for the Birdland Pump Station Replacement Project. Again, let's open it up. Any germane comments again from the general public?
Seeing none, Mr. Mayor, I would move item 40. Westergaard moves item 40.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Ask everyone to vote.
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
All right, item 41 is on a request from Bradley and Belinda McInich, who are the owners, to amend Plan DSM, creating our tomorrow plan to revise the future land use classification of the northwestern portion of property located in the vicinity of 4700 Southeast 14th Street from low-density residential within a community node to community mixed use within a community node, and to rezone the property from MX2-B and MX2 mixed use district to CX mixed use district to allow the redevelopment of the site for an auto body and auto sales business. A is the first consideration of the ordinance above, and B is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by the applicant and requires 6 votes. And first, let's ask, are there any parties in interest for this zoning or rezoning who live within 250 feet? Let's quickly open it up. Seeing none, any germane comments from the general public regarding this item? Seeing none,
Mr. Mayor, I'm happy to move this item. Brad's Collision's been part of the South Side for many, many years. Actually, it's probably been 30 to 40 years he's been on that corner. Unfortunately, someone broke into his building and burned it down to the ground. And so he's got to go through this process, which is a little strange, being he's been in business that long, to rezone it back to what he needed to do. Since we went through all the zoning, we didn't we decided that there was a better use than what's been there, but we're gonna move this forward. Thank you for going through this process, Brad. I know you're in the audience, so I appreciate you going through this. We're looking forward to a new building being built there. So I will move 41A and B.
I'll second.
41A and
Westergaard
B.
votes yes.
Moved and seconded. Ask everyone to vote.
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
Item 42 is on the 2023 HMA resurfacing program contract 2, resolution approving the plan, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsive responsible bidder as Inroads LLC. Joseph J. Manette is CEO, $959,757.40. Council Communication Number 23-224. A is the approval of the contract and the bond. We'll quickly open it up to the general public to make appropriate comments on the plan, specification, form of the documents, or the engineer's estimate, or the low designated bidder. Seeing none.
Mr. Mayor, I'll move item 42
And 42A.
and 42A. Thank you.
Glad to see this. I know
Yes.
we're all getting lots of complaints about street improvements, so we are doing our best.
We've got a lot of work being done.
Westergaard votes yes.
About $500 million worth long range, so
I know it.
hang on there.
6 yes.
Item 43.
Yes.
Item 43 is on the Carlisle multi-use trail connection, resolution approving the plan, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, and receive and file of bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder is Howery Construction, Inc. Lucas Howery is the president, $3,903,809.83. Council Communication Number 23-227. A is approval of the contract and the bond, and B is naming segments of the Carlisle Trail as the Caris Call Connector Trail. Let's quickly open it up to the general public to make any comments they would like to regarding this multi-use trail connection. Been a long time coming.
I see none, Mr. Mayor. Just real quick, a lot of thanks to our parks engineering and others that had something to do with this. I mean, this is a $3.9 million project. Half of it is being funded by grants, not by tax dollars. You know, this is the missing link from Indianola to Jefferson, Iowa, 86 miles that you can go. This, you know, joins the 800 miles of trail. And I might let Councilman Voss talk a little bit about the naming, but I think it's appropriate that the Caris Call, you know, the 50-year anniversary of RAGBRAI that these two men created. When I think Carl told me when they started it, there was 1 mile of trail, and I think we have 800 miles of trail now.
Well, yeah,
So I'll let you jump in and kind of
Sure.
tag team this a little bit, because Carl and I talked about naming rights. We didn't think that it should be named the Carlisle Trail, because the majority of it is in the city of Des Moines, which is 2
Right.
miles. So
right. And this is a project that it also involves the Warren County Conservation Board and the city of Carlisle. So actually the first trail raised money for in 1972, which became the Bill Riley Trail following the start of RAGBRAI. But so when RAGBRAI started, all the riding was done on streets, and all of the training. Now you can ride on trails, and I just wanted. It's a big multi-jurisdictional project. So to get from Indianola to Jefferson, you're going to ride on the Somerset Trail, the Carlisle Nature Trail, the Easter Lake Spine Trail, the Mark Ackelson Trail, the Carl Voss Trail, the Meredith Trail, the Bill Riley Trail, the Walnut Creek Trail, the Clyde Greenbelt Trail, and the Raccoon River Valley Trail. So 10 different trails in 4 different counties. Pretty damn big project. So
Yeah.
I'll be happy to second the motion, Joe.
I'll move 43A and B.
Westergaard votes yes.
Carl
Yep.
seconded.
I did, yeah.
6 yes.
All right, good job. Item 44 is on the North Valley Drive and Grand Avenue Sidewalk and Railroad Crossing Improvements Resolution approving the plans, specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as TK Concrete, Inc. Tony J. Vermeer is the president. $580,895. Council Communication Number 23-228. A is approval of the contract and the bond, and we'll quickly open it up to the general public. Anybody would like to make a comment regarding North Valley Drive and the Grand Avenue Sidewalk and Railroad Crossing?
Hi, Garland Armstrong, representing East Side Second Ward, and just wanted to make sure where this section is because me and my wife sometimes we go through Grand Avenue a lot. Is it right there where sometimes when we take the DART bus going through there? Is that like before you go into the fairgrounds or something like that? Because sometimes that's.
This is more over towards the western part of Des Moines. Is the trail comes down and goes along the Raccoon River. And so it's over to the western part as it heads into downtown.
Is there enough sidewalks to make sure about this? Because sometimes, like if there's not enough sidewalks, there would be a big problem because especially those in wheelchairs, because like today I saw a person when coming from the hospital, this person was taking his power wheelchair in the streets and he almost came close to being hit by a car, and don't even use the sidewalk. So that's what my biggest concern is, especially those in power wheelchairs taking a risk going in the streets by themselves alone, and then all of a sudden an incident will be happening without warning. So I hope this is the same thing too, especially when you come up to the railroad tracks, especially make sure enough sidewalks because we don't want people not to go in the streets again if they get hit by cars or trucks coming along the way because that will be happening without warning. Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you. The crossing actually is about, what, 61st or 2nd and Grand?
And we actually did, it took about 3 years, but we did fix the sidewalk gap that was over that crossing.
Yep.
And this is filling in some other sidewalk gaps, not too far from Hannawalt Elementary School on North Valley Drive. So it's a couple sidewalk gaps. If you take the Route 11 to Valley Junction, this is the area that you'd cross there on the way to Valley Junction.
All right, do we have a motion?
I'm happy to move 44 and 44A.
Second.
Westergaard votes yes.
It's been moved and erased for second.
Yep.
6 yes.
Item 45 is on the McHenry Park and Sheridan Park improvements resolution approving the plan specifications, form of contract documents, engineer's estimate, receive and file bids, and designating the lowest responsible bidder as Alpha Landscapes LLC. Riley Marvin is the owner, $298,870. Council Communication Number 23-231. A is the approval of the contract and the bond, and again, we'll open it up to the general public regarding those improvements to McHenry and Sheridan Park. General public?
Seeing no comments, Mr. Mayor.
You move
I
it?
would move moving 45 and 45A, yes.
I'll second.
Right. Been moved and seconded. Linda, I think you're voting yes?
Yes, yes.
6 yes.
All right, let's note that it's 5:20, and we just completed the hearings. Item 46 was withdrawn. Takes us to item 47, which is ordinance first consideration. Amending Chapter 114 of the Municipal Code regarding traffic regulation changes as follows. Council Communication Number 23-223. A is the parking modifications and conversion to a two-way traffic Grand Avenue from 2nd Avenue to 5th Avenue and 5th Avenue from Cherry Street to Grand Avenue. Council, any comments, any thoughts?
Happy to move item 47 and 47A. This is part of our phased-in approach on pieces of Connect Downtown. And particularly some of this two-way, Fifth Avenue makes a ton of sense and will really help with accessibility there. So it's good to see this continue to move forward. Happy to move item 47 and 47A.
Waive the second and third reading.
Yes, and pursuant to Rule 42A, I'd move to waive the second and third reading. Thank you.
I'll second.
Right, it's been moved.
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
Item 48 is amending section 134-2.2.9 relating to the requirements for future PUD performance bonds. Council, any thoughts, any motion?
I'll move item 48. And pursuant to Rule 42A, I'll waive the second and third reading.
I'll second.
Westergaard votes yes.
All right. Moved and seconded. Carl?
6 yes.
Item 49 is amending the Municipal Code Section 118 relating to the equivalent residential unit ERU rate to be applied to residential and non-residential properties, stormwater utility rate increases. Council Communication Number 23-236. A is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is requested by Nick Shaw, our Finance Director, and requires 6 votes. Council, any thoughts?
Not, I'll move 49 and 49A.
Moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote. Linda?
Westergaard votes yes.
6 yes.
All right. Item 50 is amending the Municipal Code Section 118 relating to the volume charge for sewer service rates to be applied to the residential and non-residential property sanitary utility rate increase. Council Communication Number 23-237. A, again, is the final consideration of the ordinance above. The waiver is again requested by Nick Shaw, our Finance Director, and requires 6 votes. Council, any thoughts?
I'll move 50 and 50A.
Second.
Westergaard votes yes.
All right.
6 yes.
All right, that moves us to our communications. Again, the general public, we look forward to hearing from our residents and those wishing to speak this evening on the public speaking items. We will only be calling on those who are registered to speak. All speakers must comply with the rules regarding their names and addresses, or they will not be recognized to speak. Each of the 7 speakers this evening will receive up to 2 minutes each to make their comments. Please keep your own time, because at the end of the 2 minutes, the clerk will announce time and the speaker's mic will be closed, and we'll move immediately on to the next speaker. We want to hear from our citizens and encourage residents to be respectful of others' viewpoints that may be different from their own. But with that, let's get started. Our first speaker this evening is Jeff Krugler. Jeff?
So there's a question beforehand, can you request more time? Request for time, no? More time?
Jeff, your time has started.
Oh, okay, well, I guess then I'm here to, once again, to talk about the panhandling and that type of issue around town. You know, I'm not really here to hammer you guys for it. I seen the last time I was here, I mentioned it. I mentioned specifically a homeless encampment over on MLK, and you quickly dealt with that. And I've seen the other plans that you have all done. You're getting it going. That's great. I think there's another element here, though, that has went without address. And that is the legal element. There's been no enforcement. Now, upon researching this issue, I went back to a timeline that took me back to about 2017 and some actions you all did take to try to curb the issue. Now, what I found there, this is by KCCI News right here, the Sergeant Paul Parazak pretty well just didn't enforce anything of any of the laws you passed for that. I don't know why you are being undermined in that way. I also noticed in another piece of information I uncovered that you've pretty much been pressured by the ACLU on the issue. There's what's the name? Shefali Aurora sound familiar? So I don't know why you guys are getting pushed around by unelected people like that. Did you, Mr. Gatto, elect Shefali Aurora to make that decision for you? I sure didn't. I don't think anyone here did. I don't think that's right. Where does the power really lie? Who makes those decisions? Well, ideally, it's supposed to be the taxpayers who have incessantly said they want something done. I'm here once again saying, please, let something be done. I don't know if I got enough time, but there is an example that can be followed from Coronado, California. Mayor Richard Bailey, he pretty much said it as a zero tolerance issue. I know we have ample resources and everything for people. He basically said it as an issue where you're going to get the help and that's your option. But you got to get the help to the people too. Maybe the police can do their job, help you do that. Thank you for your time.
Our next speaker is Bridget Botkin.
Hi, my name is Bridget Botkin and my pronouns are she, hers. I realize that in classic Des Moines City Council fashion, this was pulled from the agenda at the last second, but originally I was going to speak about the demolition of the Highland Apartments building on 6th and Euclid. I understand that renovating the building would have had a really negative impact on the property values within a certain radius to that building. I get why it's being demolished, but at the same time, it's such a tragedy. It feels to me like there's a clear third option where the building is renovated and it doesn't make the people most impacted by it suffer needlessly with an increase in property taxes. I remember when I was a kid, the bottom floor was a place called the Electric Washboard, which is easily the coolest name for a laundromat I've ever heard. Nothing I've ever heard tops that name. It's not there anymore, and I know we can't wave a wand and change an entire system, but it saddens me that I'm the only one who sees this practice as having an overall negative impact on both the history and culture of the area. I'm not a real estate expert, and I never will claim to be. I believe the buying and selling of IOA land that is stolen to begin with is a reprehensible practice. Capitalist practices of land usage are a large part of what's driving the climate crisis. This includes the amount of infrastructure we devote to cars and car usage. And this includes things like the buying and selling of land to service cars and car users. Like just a few weeks ago when some developer wanted to slap a third car wash further down the road on Euclid in an area of the north side that's been turned into an ugly mess by industrial development. If anyone else is a weather nerd like me, perhaps you were watching the storms we had last night bounce all around the radar. There's so much concrete and asphalt in Des Moines that it's created a heat island so powerful it's disrupting precipitation patterns across central Iowa. If we gave the land back, give the land back.
Our next speaker is Tim Waddell. Tim? All right. Tanya Keith.
Hello, Tanya Keith, 17 37th Street in Des Moines. I'm here to represent Hattrick Renovation to express my gratitude to City Council and to you. We are so excited to have item 46 removed from the agenda, and we wanted to come and thank you for the extension on the demolition. We believe this building can become a hub of preservation and all of that energy and getting new businesses and new good things on the news, on the national news about Des Moines. This has been a hard year for us in Des Moines, hearing about the attacks on public education, on our trans youth, on so many different things. And when I saw that building go up as demolition, I just thought it was a huge opportunity to put our school, Preservation Corps United, on a historic neighborhood in Des Moines. We think it's going to be an enormous impact to highlight women and minority-owned businesses. We're very excited to announce our first fundraising event on May 23rd at Mix Creative. Hopefully council can come and hear more. We also thought it was an enormous tragedy in Preservation Month to be voting on the demolition of a historic building that is so integral to our neighborhood. So thank you so much for the time that you've given us. We're also grateful to Jack Hatch for his willingness to step up and back us with his enormous experience in historic preservation. And we hope that this is a project that can make all of you proud in the future. And we look forward to finding a path forward, a viable path forward for the historic preservation of Highland Apartments. Thank you so much.
David Barzin.
I'm going to skip the talk since it got pulled from the agenda.
Okay. Jack Porter. Same thing, I think. All right. Garland Armstrong.
Hi, Garland Armstrong, representing the East Side, 2nd Ward. I've been watching on the news, especially what happened at the district area. I think you should have your own ward, especially when people are drinking way out of control. And I think at the bars, you should just tell them what a limit should be so that they don't have to drink way too much, because that will cause chaotic scene and people feel like they're not going to be safe at night. So I think you need to work on putting a limit on it so people will say to themselves, why am I drinking too much? I would making a scene out of it where people can just take it easy on themselves and don't overreact. That's what the problem is. People like to overreact and be show-offs for themselves. So maybe you should put a limit on it to see what is what, so that people's bodies will not go kaboom, because that's my biggest concern, especially when I come through there, whenever I take public transit, or if I'm not, like I'm coming from a long ways, they just feel like they want to do whatever they want to do, but drinking too much. So maybe you should put a limit on there so people will not be able to finally get drunk or causing someone to point finger towards someone, saying who to blame and what are you going to do about that. So I think you should do something about that right away so that they'll know, remember down the road, that they cannot cause anybody else's reasons. So that's my suggestion. So if you have any questions or comments, I'll be glad to answer it right now. Anything.
I think you made your point, Garland.
I make a motion to receive and file 51A through G.
I'll second.
All right, been moved and seconded. Ask everybody to vote real quickly.
Westergaard votes yes.
All right.
6 yes.
Motion to adjourn, Your Honor.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposition?
Aye.
Sit adjourned. Want to thank you all for your attendance this evening, and let's all stay safe and have a good week.